Hey guys, how's it going? My name's Noise and welcome back to Feed the Beast Infinity Expert Skyblock. The longest name of the series that I do. But welcome back to Feed the Beast Infinity Expert Mode. Last time we were still trying to finish this guy. This is the Nuclear Reactor that was taking so much copper. I found all the copper, and we now have all the overclocked heat vents. There's only a few more things we're missing. We're missing a couple of these component heat vents, and I think that's it. And then we just have to run power or power lines rather, and then upgrade all of this stuff with transformers so that they don't blow up. We are getting close to that though, so let's go ahead and grab all this. I'm gonna put some more cobblestone in the thing to get turned into sand. I have more cobblestone here, but I spent a good bit of time just kind of waiting around. I messed around with the bees a little bit. I ran into an issue with the bees, and I will show off. Actually, let's just go ahead and show it off right now. So trying to get a common, I have this guy, and I don't know other than this guy, in this forest common, I know what it is, but I don't know what these guys are. I don't know what these guys are. Purebreds, but these are all crossbreeds, and I don't know what they are. The problem I ran into is, well, I don't have any more honey. Our beealizer is completely useless without honey. And unless honeycombs, we really can't do much. So what I might have to do, we might want to make a few more apiaries. Just kind of put them around here, and then we will also kind of need to do some work with getting more bees, that's something we're gonna do. I have 9 artificial hives ready. We have like 40 buckets of seed oil. I'm not too worried about that. Let's see, what else was I working on? I improved some of these guys. All of these barrels void upgrades now. So other than the zombie flesh, which I've been using over here, I kind of forgot that I put void upgrades in some of those. I don't remember if I told you guys or not. But yeah, there's void upgrades in those barrels just so that it's easier. Eventually I'll probably run, rather than having a chest like a chest, I'll probably run an item duct right here, connect it all, and then have like a chest or something over here. Which, can I make? I never looked up to see if I can make diamond chests. Let's look up chest. I don't know if this has like iron chests or anything like that. It's not looking like it does. Yeah, it does have diamond chests. How bad are these to make? Actually, pretty easy. We might want to make some better chests for that, and then we'll just store stuff. It'll be nice and easy. So, let's see what else. We are like almost out of copper. That's about the only thing that we're super low on. Everything else we have a decent amount of. We're starting to get more redstone, which is good, and all that fun stuff. But something I want to point out, these guys are at 89%. So we'll check on them before the end of the episode if I remember to. They might be done by then. So definitely going to want to keep an eye on that. We have plenty of power with these culinary generators and all that. So yeah, as you can see, most of this is kind of taken care of. I have my cheat sheet over near me on a desk, or actually it's on a table, but hopefully we can do everything. So let's go ahead and get right into it and start making more components. So the last set of components that we need to make are the component heat vents. And I'm going to grab my paper. We need a total of 12 of these, which is 28. No, it's not 28. Why did I think it was 28? So we need 12. So we need a bit more tin. Let's see, we need 16. So let's just do half a stack. Does not hurt to have more. And we'll get that going. We're going to need a bunch of iron bars as well. So let's throw the 10 in there. We're going to need 12 times 4 is 48, not 28. I was off by 20. So there we go. That should be enough iron bars. And I'll just do something like that. Doesn't really matter too much. Let's go sleep, and yeah, we'll be fairly close to being ready to get the nuclear reactor up and running, which is going to allow us to get the big thing that we're going to be working for on this is trying to get more plutonium, because plutonium from depleted fuel cells is going to be the key. So if we look at this depleted, that's MOX, depleted uranium fuel rods give you 4 tiny piles of plutonium plus some uranium-238, which you just need the 235s to get the additional stuff, which I need to figure out. There's got to be a better way to get this stuff, but either way, we can also use the MOX fuel, because this stuff, depleted MOX, I believe uses the uranium. Yeah, it says MOX nuclear fuel. It requires a bunch of plutonium though, and we really don't have that much. But that is a good way to get plutonium. But anyways, plutonium allows you to get, how is it? If I look at the uses, never mind. Plutonium with dense iron plates, it will give you these RTG pellets, and that is the key to iridium, and a lot of other things. So uranium fuel rods, so we could get into big reactors that way, and just a lot of good things. Iridium is used for making iridium reinforced plates and iridium ingots. Yeah, you need a lot of iridium. So we're gonna need to have a couple. We're probably gonna make a couple reactors until we can get a few more advanced machines from IC2. There's a few that will kind of let us avoid a lot of this stuff, but let's get these. It's 48, and let's get our 12 heat vents. There is a way, or there, at least in some mod packs, there's a way to quickly shift click stuff into the crafting bench, but I don't know how to do it, and I don't know if this mod pack has that, so we'll have to do it manually. But now we can come over here. I can look at the cheat sheet, and we have component things there to here, one here, one there, and there. So we should have 4 spots, and then there's going to be one there, one there, one there, and the last 2 are like so. So all we have to do now is add our fuel, which is right in here, and this will start kind of kicking off. But it's not going to go anywhere because it doesn't have a power line. So let's go ahead and dump off some stuff, and what we're going to do, we're going to finish up making all of this stuff that we needed to for the transformers, and we need a bunch of circuits. So first of all, let's get rid of these and circuits. Nothing too difficult. There's 10 electronic circuits. We need the the transformers, which I have all of those. So circuits go on the bottom, correct? And then we need the gold cable. We need, let's see, we have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. We need 22. And actually, I think we can just use gold. Let's go ahead and put the gold plates in there. And we need 20. We need 20 more, so we need 7. And while this is cooking, we can worry about a couple of the things. So just come here, extruding. That'll take a minute, but we should be able to make most of them. And now we need to grab a couple more things. So we need our wrench, our electric wrench, which I want to make sure it is in lossless mode. We are going to pick up all these solar panels. Not enough energy? Does it need to be max? Wow, it took most of it. So let's grab some more energy. And more energy. Cool. Alright, so we picked up that on accident. That's okay though. And I want to break this guy. So that we can start looking at... Those are really close. Start looking at, we are going to need to, let's see, should be able to just break these. And you know what, let's just break this fence. Don't really need the fence. I'll keep it a little bit high squid. A little bit, like that much, but let's make sure nothing's too dark or anything. That ran out of power. Whoops. That is not outputting power. Can I... Oh my god, I have to use this wrench. Alright, that should be giving that power, and we have plenty of gold wires now. So we just need... We only need 20 of them. Never mind. I kind of made a little bit too much. Oh well. We can put the rest in here. We need to insulate them. So there's a little bit. We can do 6 more. So we're going to need more rubber. We're going to need a lot more rubber, actually. And then what else do we need? We need 5 glass for each, so that's 50 glass, which I can handle. And there we go. So we can start making a few of these. I just need more rubber. So let's put some of this stuff in here for right now. I will come back and get it when I need it. I wanted a lot of this glass for some other things as well, so we'll be using that soon enough. Let's go ahead and do this. No, let's keep it like so, and then we'll just get a tree tap. There's a little bit of rubber in this one. We need 14 in total, so we need 5 rubber. Sticky resin, that is, because I believe it's 3 for what we need. Eventually we're going to build a much larger rubber tree farm, and I believe there's some machines that will harvest rubber. The sticky resin, I believe it's from... let's see, rubber trees. I believe the harvester will, but I could be wrong. No, I think the fruit picker will. But we're not quite ready to make that yet. We need more Ender IO stuff in order to do a lot of that kind of stuff. But let's go ahead and break this. And you know what? Let's pick this guy up as well. And I want to see how close. 91%. Okay, maybe not this episode. Maybe between episodes. Whoa, I didn't mean to hit that. Alright, so I guess while we're waiting for rubber, let's go ahead and I can put that in there. Let's put that in there for right now. Let's go ahead and see what we can do with bees. So we're trying to get common bees. That is the goal right now. We're not really getting any. I need to start making frames. That might help. So if we look at a frame, I can make a very simple untreated frame with just sticks and string. Chocolate frames are probably the best. So let's see if we have. What's a chocolate frame need to be around? Impregnated frame. So impregnated sticks, which is just a bunch of wood. I think I can do that. So let's grab a stack of logs. Actually, yeah, a stack of logs will work just fine. I have a ton of cocoa beans. And we'll come over here to the carpenter. Do that, and we'll put a few buckets of seed oil in there. And that should be good. So, the chocolate frames will allow us to do a little bit more in terms of, we'll get more product, we'll get more things. The other thing we're going to want to make is some soul frames, which also takes the impregnated frames with a little bit of soul sand. Let's go ahead and grab some sand right here. And eventually I'll do an automated version of this. We might be able to right now. Do I have any transfer nodes that are liquid? I know I have item transfer nodes. Not seeing any, so we're gonna have to see. Let's go ahead and try to make some of that in a moment. But anyways, one more soul sand should be enough for the time being. So just let that kind of go. But yeah, so the soul frames, these guys will actually benefit. They'll try to get the bee to mutate more often. It increases the chance of mutation by a little bit, and then the chocolate frames basically more production. So I will be able to get more. I should be able to get more bees, like the products, so the combs and the honey. And all that. By the way, I have some treasure that I've picked up from killing monsters over there that we're going to want to look at in a moment. So I have 6 soul... I guess I have 6 soul sand. That's more than enough. Let's go see if we have any more rubber that we can tree tap. There is. Cool. So let's do this. And yeah, one of the biggest things that we're gonna have to do and probably automate relatively soon is rubber trees. Getting more stuff from rubber trees. Alright, so let's break this guy and bring him over here. That'll be good. So I can still see energy and all that fun stuff. Oh, that already made a stack. Cool. So let's go ahead and make a few frames. We need string, and let's see, we only need 8 string. The rest is kind of useless. So let's go ahead and do this. We also need the chocolate and the soul sand, but that's fine. So we'll do something like these. The frames will eventually decay, and by the way, the untreated frames will also help, but just a little. They're not very good. They don't last very long. These impregnated frames last a little bit better. I believe they up the productivity a little bit, or the speed or something. But chocolate frames are the best. So, whoops, I did not mean to do that. 2, 3, 4, something like that. And we need to eat. Wow, our food bar is so low. So I'm trying to do like 20 different things all at once. Let's come over here. Let's get the bees kind of situated. So we'll do 3 chocolate frames for whatever's in here, and then I'll put some more frames down here. We have 2 impregnated casings, so we can make more apiaries if we need to. Let's go ahead and sleep. So I've gone through like probably 4 or 5 generations of those forest bees, and I've yet to get any combs from them. So we'll see what happens now that I've upgraded them a little bit, so to speak. Alright, so there is the last of the insulated gold cable, and there's 1, 2, 3, and all the rest. I'm not going to count all of them. That's dumb. So there's all the transformers that we need. Let's put the rubber in there. And we have 11 transformers. Now we just need to get some more cable. And that's going to require us to get some redstone and diamond dust. We're going to make some energium. Let's get rid of the frames right now. Some energium dust. And for whatever reason, I can't shift click. So let's do 2, 3. Let's do 1 more set. This stuff is pretty useful to make the what's it called? I can't remember what the energy crystals. You can press them into energy crystals, and those are used to make the MFE that we've made before. Which, to get that upgraded to the MFSU, requires a whole bunch of Laptron crystals, which is a lot more energy stuff. A lot more stuff than I'm ready for. So we'll upgrade that later. But we need silver. That's the last thing we need. And we should be able to make everything work. And hopefully nothing explodes. That is kind of my fear. So unfortunately, these glass fibers, it's 2 and 1 make 1. The recipe is pretty expensive, so we need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Let's make 16. So we just need to pulverize 16 of these guys, and we'll save some of that dust. Actually, let's just do 18. And that's fine. And 1, 2, cool. So I have plenty more glass. That'll be done here in a moment. So let's, I believe if I do this correctly, I don't have to worry about anything. So we're gonna want our electric wrench. And let's go ahead and charge it up with the rest of this. We'll pick up the bat box. We'll break these cables. Alright, and now I believe if we look at EU, the nuclear reactor outputs 8,000 EU max. I don't know that ours is going to produce quite that much, but it doesn't matter because I believe the MFE, yeah, this is the main thing. So it outputs 512. Extractor is 32 max. We need to upgrade that to 128. So there's 128, there's 32, 128, 512. So extractor needs 2 upgrades. And I wish it would tell me like how much energy it could take now. So you know what? Let's focus on these. The thermal centrifuge is 128 max, so that should be 512, which is the MFE, right? I hope so. The metal former needs 2. Macerator needs 2. Compressor needs 2. And the solid canning machine, I believe, also needs 2. Yeah. So presumably, that's all I need to do. But here's all that glass fiber cable. We're just gonna plug this guy in for it, these 2 in for right now. And let's actually put the MFE right here. We need output, and I believe it can take input from any other side. Nothing. Okay, no redstone behavior. So presumably, let's just test this before we set up the nuclear reactor, because I don't want things to explode. Things exploding would be bad. Let's go ahead and do one last thing. Let's grab the soul sand. Let's grab 3 soul sands. Let's make the soul frames. Let's go put those away. Let's kind of clean up our inventory a little bit. And yeah, I'm not nervous about this. You're nervous about this. I hate IC2 because I don't know that machines still explode. And we have a little bit of honeycomb, so that's good. Let's go ahead and put these guys in here. I want to open this treasure. Let's see. We have 3 uncommon. And let's do this. A rare. Cool. So we got an ender pearl. We got 2 ender pearls from that, so that's kind of cool. Definitely something I want a lot more of, because ender pearls are going to give me the QED and a lot of other good things. Let's put that stuff in there. Alright, let's put that there and the gold in there. So presumably if I hook up power to this guy, that will tell me what I need to know. So this is getting power. I don't know. Let's get like I don't even know. Let's get like just something. Let's get a piece of steel. I have plenty of steel, so let's get a piece of steel and let's turn it into a plate and just see, make sure that this works. So it seems to be fine. Let's just continue adding lines. No explosions, no nothing. Everything's fine. I could explode a machine just by taking the transformer upgrades out, but I don't want to. So next thing is the generator is going to be outputting stuff, so that's fine. It can go there. Cool. So the next thing I want to do is actually, we're going to remove this. And I want to see, so how much power do we have? 28,000. We're going to put a connector right here. We can't. Okay, we can put it right there. And we're going to connect this like so. And this is probably, okay, it doesn't run out of power immediately, but that's because RF, EU is a lot more, there's a lot more EU than RF. So it's 5 RF is 1 EU. This is I'm nervous about this. It shouldn't be a problem. We should be fine, but I'm still nervous about it. So let's grab the Bealyzer. And it is time to put our fuel cells in here. And I want to just make sure that it looks right. According to my plans, my the reactor I basically looked up online, and it does, because this was so much work, so many materials. Now, ideally, nothing is ever going to decay except for the fuel rods. That's the only thing that will ever decay or anything. So we should be able to turn it on. And it's producing 420 EU per tick. So those are just swapping. Cool. This should be getting a lot of power. And we can turn that off. Now, something I want to know. This is probably going to kill me. I don't care too much. Is there radiation just from standing next to it? Or is it safe? Is it contained? It seems to be contained. Cool. So I'm going to keep an eye on this because I don't like seeing this stuff kind of change. But it should be okay. Core temperature is 0%. There is no excess heat in this system, which is kind of the point. This is only to just decay the fuel rods and get a lot of power. As you can see, these guys are ticking, damage ticks. I don't know what the depleted will be, but as long as all of these heat vents and heat exchangers don't take damage, we should be fine. And it's going to give us a lot of power, and we can use that power, or I'm going to be using that power, to make more lasers and get another system set up and all that fun stuff. So we're going to expand power pretty quickly. These guys are all pretty much full. And like the culinary generators are doing fine. So you should not have any darkness up there. So yeah, hopefully this works how I want it to, and we'll get plenty of stuff. None of my machines exploded, so that's good. So let's go ahead and clear out our inventory a little bit, and we're gonna make some more hives and hopefully have some nice stuff come from that. And yeah, from there we're probably going to end the episode just because I don't really have too much more to do. So let's get some hives. We can actually get rid of all this stuff. We've made the nuclear reactor now, so no more worrying about that. Now it's just a waiting game. We have other things to do, so it's not that big of a deal. So let's take a look at hive. So water hives, rocky hives. What can we do with the scented hive? So we could make an ender hive with 8 ender pearls. Don't really want to do that. Meadows, marshy, modest, wintry, and forest. I would like some more forest, so let's get a handful of leaves, not too many. So just like 1, 2, 3. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. That should be more than enough. So we'll do 2 of a lot of these. So I should have some more. I have some more leaves in here. Let's see, what was it? So tropical hives we can get with vines. That would be nice. Best way to get vines. Well, we have some right over there. The best way to get vines is from these guys, jungle trees. So let's grow another jungle tree, and we'll harvest, actually do 3 of these. So we need, not for the marshy we could do, but for the tropical hives we need 8 each. So let's grab, do I have any vines anyways? No. We need some bone meal. Let's see. I'm gonna have to go grab some bone meal over here. And let's get a little bit of bone meal. Alternatively, I also have a watering can on me, but meh. I'm gonna use the bone meal. And there are plenty of vines. Let's see, we need 18. And then I can chop down the tree and get plenty of wood. So there is 15, 16, 17, 18. Cool. And I will need to go grab my my lumber axe, but I actually grabbed a little bit too much of the vines. So that is that. I missed one. Alright, so we have leaves, we have vines. Let's see. I wanted more, didn't I? Whoops. So let's see. 8, that's 24. I need 4 more. I think I can handle that from just the sides. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Right. Marshy hive, not that. So 8, yeah, that's 24. Why do I have milk on a scented? Okay, so we get a marble hive. What is it that we need? It's 8 leaves. I only need 16. Let's break those. Alright, and let's see, what else do we want? We could do more meadows. We already have meadows taken care of. Modest, sand. Wintry is ice. Ice is a little bit of a pain to get. Compressing snow. That's not that bad. Let's see, what else can we get? Unusual hives. We can't do those yet. I don't know how to get rocky hives, which kind of we might not be able to, which is kind of a pain because rocky hives are really nice. Nether hives, that could be good to get. That requires a fluid transposer and some redstone though. How much redstone does it take? 800 millibuckets. Forest, meadows, modest. Alright, let's do modest and marshy. So we need to get some more dirt. Luckily I have plenty right here. And we're going to spread this stuff and get plenty of mycelium. Which is kind of cool because, well, I have a silk touch pick. I can get all of the mycelium that I could ever want. The main reason we're just going to do this is we can get more bees, more variety. We'll need them for later, so if I can start just kind of letting them go, especially if I get a bunch of pristines, get a bunch of drones that are all pure, then, well, I don't have to worry too much. We need a little bit more. So let's just do like this. And grab all this just so that I can get a little bit more, a little bit extra. And I can just store that for later if we ever need it. So there is the 16, and then we just need 16 sand. Should not be a problem. In fact, I should have some sand over here. So now all we have to do is get our bucket, seed oil, and we need to do this 9 times. So might have been smart to bring the barrel or the drum over, but whatever. And let's see if I can't do this like so. I did not mean to place that in the world. Alright, do we have all 9? We do. How is this coming? These are 96%. So close. So yeah, those will be next episode probably. How is this doing? That is full on power. Doesn't look like anything's like really taking damage, so that's good. So anyways, we have where's our induction furnace? Right here. Let's go ahead and take care of all of these. And we need 16 sand. So it's going to take it a little bit, but we'll get there. So what can we do with these hives? Well, right now we're going after common bees. And once we get commons, then we can get cultivateds. Those are the next ones, which is just a common with another bee of any type. And kind of the goal is the infinity bee. These guys. So they require energetic and silicon. Silicon is skystone and ferrous, so we have to get ferrous, which is industrious and common. That's not terrible, but the ferrous are really nice because we can use those guys to get nickel, and Invar, and platinum, and then this winsome is kind of one that I would like to get at some point, because we look at what it can be used for. It will give you 50% ender pearls, and then enduring comb, which gives you enderium drops. So there's that. Tropical hives. Tropical hives are a little bit annoying because those bees sting. tropical bees are the most annoying because they do sting, and basically they just ruin your day. They'll poison you. There are ways to avoid it, but yeah, the easiest way is just to kind of deal with them. Keep them away from you and all that kind of stuff. But let's get some more stuff going. So there's the forest hives, and then we'll get the last one. So what we're looking from all of these is we want pures. We want pure, pristine bees. Anything else isn't that good. Yeah, so getting the pure bees is kind of the ideal, just to get more stuff out of them. They won't die. The ignoble, this bee will eventually die, but this one will not. Won't is what I meant to say. So yeah, we have 2 more impregnated casings. How do we get these to be? Okay, just wood and some slabs. So we need not that much, actually. Something like this, and so. Cool. So we have 2 more apiaries to breed more bees. I'm gonna make more. I'm gonna spend some time with the bees, make a bunch more frames and all that fun stuff off camera. And I think one of the next things that we need to do is upgrade our laser system. So that's going to be what we work on next time, so that we can make machine frames a little bit quicker and all of that fun stuff. So let's go ahead and put down some more bees. Let's actually put them over here, and they won't do anything right now, but I need a scoop. So let's grab a scoop and end the episode off here in a moment. So let's get, oops, didn't mean that. So we have 3 tropical hives, 2 more forest, 2 marshies, and 2 modest. So here's hoping for a lot of stuff. So we're getting a decent number of combs, and of course it broke on the last one. Let's go ahead and get the comb centrifuged. So parched. We need sticks and a piece of wool, which we might actually have. We do. And hopefully we have some good bees. But let's go ahead and grab the last of them, and we'll go see what we have in a moment. So let's see, we have marshy, tropical, all of our tropicals are ignoble. All of our bees are ignoble. We did get a valiant though, that's kind of nice. Silky propolis is super useful. This is how you get propolis for 1, and then the silk wisp is what you need to make. You make this woven silk, and then that makes the apiary stuff, which will allow you to kind of not worry about these things. So yeah, I'm gonna have to make more stuff just in general. And let's go ahead and put some more honey in here. And we have plenty of drones now that we can kind of, we're princesses now that are not very useful. There is a flower from Britannia though, that is the Britannia. There's a flower, what is it called? I know what it looks like. It's not the begonia. Is it the hyacinthia? I think it's this one, which isn't too bad to make. Or is it? It's the hibiscus. This one, which is actually kind of terrible to make. I have Lexica Britannia. It's one of those. Let's see. It's one of the functional floras. Hyacinthias. So these will give you random bees. But then the hibiscus is the ignoble. Yeah, after about 100 generations or so, they become disease weak and they might die right off. But you can use it is incredibly mana hungry. But yeah, it will prevent it will create pristine bees from ignoble, which is really cool. But let's kind of look through here. So we have, so we can put let's go ahead and put some forest drones in here. All of these are ignobles, aren't they? Ooh, we have a pristine marshy. And we have some marshies. Everybody else can go in here. And be dumb. So modest, tropical, and then we do have a Valiant, which I want to make sure that the Valiant is Valiant. We're gonna put him in here. So we'll have to breed to get a Valiant out of, like a Valiant Princess out of that. But let's see what this common is. Common meadows. Meadows forest. Meadows common. Meadows forest. So let's put these two in here. I do want to make sure that all of this stuff is exactly what it should be. And yeah, we might make, so there is a the begonia. How bad is this to make? That might be useful to have. Yeah, we might use this to get rid of bees that we don't want anymore. But we have one more honey. Let's go ahead and see. Let's get the forest and the common going together. We'll do that in here. And we'll get some more impregnated frames, and we'll go get some more soul frames. They're not going to work right now, so it doesn't really matter. The bees, that is. So let's get 2 more soul frames. And that way we can kind of just make sure we can try to get more stuff. So if this has soul frames in it, we don't do it. Do anything with it. Otherwise, let's take these guys, and we'll keep going with the forest. Because I don't think we're in the deep ocean. I don't know that any of the other bees will work. Is the reason why I'm not really worried about it. I think the marshies will, but that's it. So yeah, I'm gonna mess with bees. I'm gonna kind of get bees taken care of for a little bit, and like I said, we'll come back. I want to expand lasers and some other things as well. Let's make sure this looks all good. It does. We're just working on the fuel rods, trying to deplete them. And how close? 99%. So these are gonna pop at any moment. What is it? 16 hours, I think it said, is how long they've been sitting there. So yeah, that gives you an idea of how much time this pack takes. Tips, time gates, 16 hours real life. So 1% of that is, oh God, I don't math. It's a while. So I'm gonna let those guys set. I don't think they have like, yeah, 99.0. So I'm gonna let those guys set. I will check them when I come back on to do all my stuff. And like I said, we're gonna work on bees, and next time improve lasers and start working towards getting a couple new things. So I hope you guys enjoyed this episode, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!